In this video, let's take a look in depth at the photo to video effects tool, because it can be a little bit easy to get a little confused on this tool. So let's just kind of walk through this, and I've adjusted my stage size, as you can see. Now, we want to start with adding an image, and what we're really doing here is, this is really a panning and zooming sort of effect here. So I'm going to get a picture of this beach. It's going to open up, and it's going to say, do I want to set the position? So I can go ahead and set it to where I might want to start it. So I'm going to set it over here, zooming in a little bit to the far left, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a pan from the far left to the far right. I'll go ahead and set that position, and what I'm really going to do is I'm going to set that as a start position. So I don't have to change anything because I've already done it, so I can change that. And now it needs to know what the end position is. We really need to start and stop position. We can't just do one. So I need to go ahead and set a stop position. And in this case, what I'm doing is I'm just taking what I've already done. Since I've already zoomed in, I can use that position to kind of create the end position, so I don't have to zoom in again and kind of guess. I'm already at the same zoom level, and all I really wanted to do is go from the far left to the far right. So now I'm going to set that position. And then we have some settings over here. Basically, I like to set this to about 1 second, because it gives the viewer a little bit of time to kind of get the context before things start moving. But you can set that to 0 or whatever fits your video. Then I've got 4 seconds. Really, these three settings, the pre-animation, the duration, and the end animation, are going to be usually the amount of time that you need for this video to take up. So if I knew, for example, that this video needs to fill a 10-second segment, then I can go ahead and set this accordingly. So I might do the first part of it at 1 second, and maybe this last part at 2 seconds. And then in between, I want to go ahead and do 7 seconds, because I'm trying to get, I'll add it all up to 10 seconds. Now I can have a fade in and fade out. I don't like that myself. Doesn't make sense for most of the time when I have it, but you can add that if you want. Easing allows you to slow things up or down at the end of the video. And so let's go ahead and just leave it like it is. And by the way, that's during the end of the motion, so at the end of this 7 seconds. So let's go ahead and apply that and see what we get. So it stood there for about a second, and now it's kind of going across for that 7-second period. And it creates, a very nice kind of panning effect. And since the image looks very, good quality and everything, it's not really chunky or anything. So we get a nice kind of video going on here. So I can export this out, and then I can, import this to, Kinetic Text Animator or any other tool, and so forth. So really, the thing that you need to kind of bear in mind is that you need to have you set a start position and an end position. Now, if I wanted to, I could go and change this to be something, let's say maybe something like this, and I can set that position again and apply it. And now what it's going to do is it's going to do more of a zoom out effect instead. And so you can make different types of animations. I can do the opposite. I can zoom in, of course, if I wanted to. So if I set the start position, say like this, where I set it's all the way out, and set that, and then set the stop position where I zoom in on some area like that, maybe set that position, then and apply it, it's going to do a zoom in animation. So you can do all those different types of animations with this. And so, panning left to right, right to left, zooming in and out, zooming, and so forth. I've seen people take the upper left corner of an image, like something like this. You're kind of like, well, that really doesn't look very good. And then end, I'm sorry, let's do a stop position. And I'm going to actually kind of zoom in just at the corner here. Doesn't look very good, but yeah, I'm just trying to give you some ideas. Set that position, and then I'm really just doing a pan from corner to corner, and so forth. So you can do all kinds of things like this. And it's really what the tool is designed for, is to just allow you to create video motion out of static images. And that's something that becomes really valuable when you're, one of the great things about static image based video is that it's much easier to find static images because you can do keyword searches and so forth with the asset previewer and other tools, and find an image, that fits what you need in your video a lot faster, because video requires that you audition it and watch the whole video and see whether or not it fits. So creating video from static images is a great way to get some footage for your video and move on to the next segment of your video. So I hope this gives you the tools you need and to leverage the Video Tool Chest's photo to video effects tool. And so thanks a lot for checking this out.